Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, we got a super happy, super silly fun one here for you for this Christmas. I think these Christmas episodes, I just kind of have to accept that they're gonna be a little weird and dark and depressing. I went for the North Korea Children's Ensemble one for Christmas for some reason. I don't know why. I'm going for Elliott Smith, mainly because so many of you have requested that I do Elliott Smith. I'll do like a scrolling thing looking at all the Elliott Smith comments. I actually filmed this video once already, and man, I'll tell you, I was cracking some zingers in it. I was like making fun of Elliott Smith for being a sad sack on this morning show. None of this poorly played, poorly sung, singer-songwriter from the soul, all-American BS. We're all about that counterpoint from Germany, and that is it. Yeah, you guys are gonna love that one, I bet. Okay.
It's gonna be all right, Elliott.
Alright, let's go easy on him. He's here out of the kindness of his heart. He's probably hungover, just gotta have a relationship. Give him a break.
If there's a potential that any of us might come to physical harm.
No, I don't think you'll have that kind of problem.
After listening to that album, maybe it'll be self-inflicted, don't worry. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody. We got SH jokes this year. And then after making that video and also editing it, I just did like a little bit of research into Elliott Smith, and wow, what a tragic story, and how horribly inappropriate is that video, the first video that I made. I'm never releasing that. So, and I'm really glad I looked up, because I thought Elliott Smith was still alive. He's not. Let's actually do a little bit of research now, which, by the way, let me go ahead and introduce myself first. I am a classical guitarist here on YouTube. What does it mean to be a classical guitarist? It means that the feelings we channel into our music aren't really ours. We're kind of just being actors with the whole thing. That's what an interpretation is. You're sort of making a character, and that's how you're playing the piece. Elliott Smith, whole different side. He writes all of his own music, and it's all kind of sad and depressing sometimes, and it's just a different world. And by the way, he plays a steel string guitar, and he's a singer-songwriter, so as a classical guitarist, that means that I do not respect him. But I feel like I do need to show him a little bit of courtesy instead of just making fun of him this whole time. So let's actually look at Elliott Smith's story and see what his life led up to and the tragedy of what happened. Well, Google will inform you that he died by stabbing, which is a very violent cause of death. Hey, John Lennon, that's what everybody says I look like. So, we'll take a look at the Berkeley B-side. This seems like an academic enough article for this academic channel. Smith learned how to play piano at a young age. Gross. And then he went to steel string after that. Ugh. He started a punk rock band with his classmates. It was called Heat Miser. He was making loud, aggressive music, but he felt more at home with softer, more distinct voice to accompany his gut-wrenching lyrics. Gut-wrenching lyrics for a gut-wrenching life. You might even say literally, based on his demise. Sorry, that's what I mean. This is not a tasteful video, and I feel like every Christmas episode that I've put out is just in really poor taste. So that's just what the Christmas of 2025 is. It's just tasteless, classless reaction logs. This is a good way to get them out, I guess. Elliott Smith's music was featured in Good Will Hunting. Great movie, by the way. I know, I am a man in my 20s. I do enjoy Good Will Hunting. So he moved to California. He met his girlfriend, Jennifer Chiba, the singer of the band Happy Ending, who quickly became instrumental in his demise. No pun intended. Instruments, right? They bonded over Russian literature. Awesome. And quickly became infatuated with each other. Sounds like a real love story there. Leading them to a relationship marked by turbulence. Their excessive partying and reliance on substances morphed their relationship into something very toxic. Smith turned to alcoholism. I didn't know he was a jazzer. What does he need that for? He's not playing bebop solos. I don't know if I should even be saying all this. He soon became infamous for forgetting lyrics on stage. Okay, this is sad. So, Smith is said to have died of 2 knife wounds to the chest, one of which punctured his heart. And then this, Courtney Love, who was Kurt Cobain's girl, I guess, even stated it was the best she had ever heard of. What is more symbolic than the most unhappy songwriter dying of a literal broken heart? Courtney Love, what the heck is wrong with you? You're treating this human being like he's some living artwork or something. This is a guy who suffered. And I guess it's unknown if it was self-inflicted or if it was inflicted by his potentially abusive partner, like be it from substance abuse and whatever other toxic things they had in their life. Like, I don't know anything about any of this. If you ask me, it doesn't sound like it was self-inflicted. Like, 2 knife wounds to the chest is just like, that's crazy, right? Additionally, Smith seemed to have defense wounds on his arm. He left a note that said, "I'm so sorry, love Elliott, God forgive me." Their relationship was rumored to be physically abusive. However, nobody would have guessed it would lead lead to murder. So that tragedy took place in 2003. This is an interview from 1995, so 8 years prior. I don't know, after knowing all that, it's just a little, like, upsetting to see Elliott just taken through the circus act that is a morning show. And they just kind of treat him like an animal the whole time. And then he sings a song and everybody shuts up because it's like, it's like sad. And again, you might be wondering, if you feel uncomfortable doing this one, why even do it? It's because it's Christmas, and so many of you have asked for Elliott Smith, and I never intended on ever reacting to anything related to Elliott Smith, because it's kind of like, I guess he does play guitar, but it's not virtuosic guitar. Like, I would go through some steel string people if they were virtuosos. And then also just the story, like, I have to be careful with the jokes that I make now, because I feel bad. I do have some kind of standard I like to uphold here, where I'm not being a total piece of crap person. But you know what? For Christmas, for you guys, I'm going to react to this morning show of Elliott Smith, and I'm just gonna, just make the jokes that come out, and we're gonna see what happens. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it.
This.
Meet a book-loving kind.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be a wacky romp, I can already tell. Hey, I'm jolly, I'm in the Christmas spirit. I'm excited for this, all right.
Angry acoustic guitarist, Elliott Smith, real talented though not yet a household name on Breakfast Time.
Hey, he's a household name now. You guys won't stop talking about him and asking me to react to him.
And this is Elliott Smith. Elliott is going to talk to us and perform for us from his latest CD.
There he is, the ball of sunshine himself. Elliott, you could have dressed for the occasion, man. A black hoodie? Come on. What, do you not care about anything at all and live a life of misery? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to hear
I think you're pretty much caught up now.
Yeah. Great.
Oh, wait, I think we just caught a little Elliott Smith smile there. Hold on.
It's from his latest CD.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to hear
I think you're pretty much caught up now.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
Let's welcome a real morning person to the show. Yeah. It's going to be all right, Elliott. Elliott?
It's not going to be all right, Elliott. It's never going to be all right. Nothing about any of this is going to be all right. Merry Christmas, everyone. Now, if you remember what I said, I've literally watched this whole thing, like, yesterday. So I'm kind of just making the same jokes over again, but with a veil of irony over them now. Just to be clear, I want you to know that's what's happening.
His CD is entitled, not surprisingly.
Hey, what a narcissist, right? Naming his project after himself. That's how I feel about all the other classical guitar YouTube channels that are just your name.
It's an intriguing label. Is this, getting this right? Kill rock stars?
Right.
Well, like that, there's a joke. Jokes can be made. Jokes can be made, but we don't have to make them. You ever considered that, me? You don't have to make the joke.
Feeling a little hostile, are we, Elliott?
His girlfriend was,
That your music's not loud, but it tends to be kind of angry.
Yeah, some of it, yeah.
Yeah. Are you? Would you classify? Because I mean, this is sort of a circus-like environment to drag you into at this hour of the morning, and I'm wondering if there's a potential that any of us might come to physical harm.
Like, again, jokes can be made. First time I watched this, I made lots of jokes there. Not this time, though. Instead of a joke, I'm gonna make a statement. Unless you take active steps to get out of the situation you're in, be it, like, an abusive relationship, potentially what Elliott Smith was in, or even just like in a self-destructive pattern like he obviously was since he was addicted to all these drugs. Stuff like that does not get better on its own, and you have to take steps to eventually get yourself out of it. Now, I'm no healthcare professional or anything other than a classical guitarist. That's why the arrow is pointing at me saying that. But a great first step is reaching out to people, if you have people to reach out to, and especially reaching out for help from a specialist. I have no information for you on that one. I hate this reaction. I hate this one. I have nothing to say. What can I say to this? Why are you making me do this? Oh, God. Never again. Also, your hoodie has a football helmet on it? What are you, a freaking jock or something? Also, you gotta love this puppet guy. This is actually just what the average Elliott Smith fan looks like. They invited him on to meet Elliott Smith.
Bob, you're safe.
Okay.
How would you describe the type of music that you record when you're not recording with the group, when you're doing your solo stuff?
It's really quiet.
I feel that as a classical guitarist, especially one who's in grad school and a music school. Probably the quietest instrument in all of the school, I would say. But you know what? Let's take a moment to just appreciate the guitar and how versatile it is too. Because you can literally be a classical snob like me, going to school, getting educated in music, where it's like, what, like, music, the whole point of music is to, like, express yourself and stuff. What are you doing? And then at the same time, you can have someone playing the exact same instrument, doing whatever this crap is. It's just so versatile and wonderful. All those people playing freaking trumpet, clarinet, you all know who you are. You got like one, if you're lucky, two genres you can play, mainly for trumpet there, because you got classical and jazz, to be fair. But let's be honest, both of those genres, unless you're a specific kind of person like me, or like another nerd, nobody wants to listen to that crap. So, man, guitar is awesome. Had to throw that in. How many of you got guitars for Christmas? Let me know. Post in the comments.
So, like, if you're in an argument with a friend, are you the one...
He's trying not to laugh. This is so stupid.
So, like, if you're in an argument with a friend, are you the one that will just quiet down and storm out of the room, or you just kind of stare at
a song about him?
You go write a song about him?
No, I don't do that, but...
You don't do what? Write a song about your problems? Are you sure about that, Elliott Smith?
No, I mean, it's not like particularly angry.
Because I notice on the cover, but people are jumping off buildings, and I'm wondering if that's...
It's a statue.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah, okay. You know, jokes.
necessarily a good approach to deal with your problems. I mean... What's the symbolism of that?
I wonder. I don't know. What could the symbolism of that possibly be to Elliott Smith's music? This is such a bizarre experience, isn't it?
Look good.
Yeah. The stunt people didn't think so. What do you...
I appreciate this guy. He's a real comic. The stunt people didn't think so.
Chorus from the CD.
It's called Clementine.
Clementine, all right. Elliott Smith.
And now we're going to listen to Elliott Smith play Clementine. Probably not going to play too much of it for copyright, but this is the funny part of this interview because they're just kind of joking around with him. But then he's going to turn around and play some real stuff on his guitar and voice, and he's going to kind of shut them up a little bit, and everybody's going to get kind of sad and somber, which I guess is the idea of this. See, when I first went into this video, I wanted to do the same thing where I would joke around too and make all these jokes at Elliott's expense and then have it end with him playing Clementine, and then I'm just like getting sad with like everybody else. But I don't know. Again, it was just too classless and tasteless, and once again, also the only reason I'm reacting to this is because it's so highly requested. I feel like I wouldn't do this on my own. So, let's get some clips of Clementine. Yeah. Hey, might as well critique his technique here. Let's see. So first off, he's using some kind of Roschiato technique for strumming, it looks like. I'm just kidding. No, he's not. I don't know. As far as like singer-songwriter acoustic playing goes, thumb over, that's fine. You think I'm going to say that's not fine? It's fine.
Waking you up to close the bar.
Looks like a lot of movement in the chord. Like I'm seeing his, at least his fingers move for like almost every word he's saying there. I didn't really hear it, to be fair.
Waking you up to close the bar.
It's subtle.
The streets what you can
But you know, we ain't just playing open chords here. It's got a little bit of an arrangement going on. Not bad.
tell by the sound of the car. Bartender singing Clement.
The chord progression so far, it's definitely grungy, and I might be using my terms incorrectly here because I don't know anything about anything. But I find that in grunge, and especially in 90s music, a lot of the chord progressions kind of move around in these unconventional ways, where you hear that turnaround, and it almost seems like it should go somewhere else. Like, listen to that.
Bartender singing Clement.
I don't know. And then it just goes right back to where it was. I feel like, and I'm also sure, that a lot of these chord progressions came about purely by ear and by what feels good on the guitar, which is sort of its own vocabulary. That's cool. You think I'm going to hate on that? Because I'm not. I think that's a fine way to play guitar. All right.
While he's turning around the open side. Dreadful sorry, Clementine. Though you still hurt me, it seems a long time gone. What if she thinks so, but just didn't say so? You drank yourself in.
Heck yeah, dude. Really nice chord movements in there. Not as unconventional as I initially said they might be, but certainly like that drop tuney guitar sound is prominent. I'm just saying stuff. I don't know. Everyone's vibing with it. It's cool. I can't help but wonder how this crowd would be if I started playing the Preludes in 997. Would they be this engaged and cool with it? Probably not. Because, you know, the music we play is lame, and we just have to accept that, and nobody ever wants to hear it. Yeah, alright.
Too slow made an angel in this, anything to pass the time.
Alright, she should not be that engaged for this performance. It's a very mellow, non-exciting performance. She's like on the edge of her seat right now. She's like, where's it gonna go?
Yeah. And keep that song out of you. Oh my darling. Oh my darling. Oh my darling.
Dang, dude, if I took Rick Beato's ear training course, I could tell you exactly where that went. But he employed some kind of modal mixture, I'm sure by ear. I wonder how much theory Elliott Smith knew. Because that's kind of the funny thing with theory. I remember even writing songs when I was a teenager, and I've looked back on them since, and it's like, these are very, like, conventional chord progressions, but I didn't know at the time. I was just kind of playing stuff that sounded good. And I think when it comes to learning theory, that's really what it's going to help you with. It's going to give you a system to identify things so that you can find what sounds good more quickly. This is just a feeling because I've been a musician for a long time and I've run into people like this. And I've even seen comments like this where people avoid learning theory because they think it's going to ruin their creativity and make everything stale. But again, it doesn't do that at all. You just have a system to identify things, and it doesn't change what you think sounds good. You know, like you can still do unconventional things that sound good to you, but you would know them as unconventional at that point, which even that wasn't unconventional. Like there's literally a name for it. Like it just sounded like some modal mixture. But say that you had a singer-songwriter song and you wanted something different for like one part of it, like the second time after the chorus or something. If you know theory really well, you can figure out what it is that you might want to add that's going to give it like some unique sound or something. My point is that knowledge is power, and knowing stuff is never going to hurt you or make you less creative. It will make you more creative, and it'll make you faster at creating too. The host is showing up to work like kind of business casual, and he's wearing Converse. What kind of joke show is this? What, are you making a YouTube video or something?
Very nice.
Ooh, booty-dee-doo-doo. A little blues lick in there.
Very nice.
Yay! What a happy, fun time that was. So, you know, like I said, this is a weird Christmas. Sorry, guys. I don't know. There'll be less downer videos in the future, I'm sure. All in all, Elliott Smith lived a tragic life, and it ended tragically. It was, from that one article I've read, fueled with toxic things like substance abuse and bad relationships. And again, none of that stuff changes on its own. You have to reach out or do something to start some kind of change. So remember that. If you have similar stuff going on, it's not going to get better. It never does. You have to do something. And maybe this video is a sign for you to do something. There you go. I know a lot of you struggle with stuff. Believe it or not, I know I come across as perfect, but I struggle with stuff like all the time. But especially as I've matured, I've reached out more and like seeked help, and you have to do it. You can't just hope things get better and just keep doing the same stuff over and over again. So that's this one. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you're all doing all right. Let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. Of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Hey, you know a way to improve your life if you're dealing with these things? Head on down over to Rootin's Delight for some merch. Just kidding. Use that money for like your first therapy session or something. But if you have the disposable income and you feel okay, maybe pick up a sweatshirt or something. That's the merch pitch. If you have disposable income or not, you have to buy these Augustine strings because you need new strings on your guitar. I bet if I heard your guitar right now, your strings are dead and grimy and gross. Just pick up some Augustines. Not sponsored, but I intend on being sponsored very soon. Of course, I think this is the last Christmas episode, so, you know, Merry Christmas, everyone. Reach out to people you haven't heard from in a while. You never know what people are going through. You never know anyone's situation. So just, you know, try to be a good person or whatever, like, or whatever, you know, like, who cares? And that's the message today. All right, well, I'll see you in the next one.